सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रीकृष्णः परमात्मने नमः। अथ नवमोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्याम्यनसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात्। राजविद्या राजगुह्यं पवित्रमिदमुत्तमं प्रत्यक्षावगमं धर्म्यं सुसुखं कर्तुमव्ययम्। अश्रद्धदानाः पुरुषाः धर्मस्यास्य परन्तप अप्राप्यमान्निवर्तन्ते मृत्युसंसारवर्त्मनि। मया तदमिदं सर्वं जगदव्यक्तमूर्तिना मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहं तेष्वस्थितः न च मत्स्थानि भूतानि पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम्। भूतभृन्न च भूतस्थः ममात्मा भूतभावनः। यथाकाशस्थितो नित्यं वायुः सर्वत्र गोमहान् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मत्स्थानीत्युपधारय। सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिं यान्ति मामिकां कल्पक्षये पुनस्तानि कल्पादौ विसृजाम्यहम्। प्रकृतिं स्वामवष्टभ्य विसृजामि पुनः पुनः। भूतग्राममिमं कृत्स्नम् अवशं प्रकृतेर्वशात् न च मां तानि कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय। उदासीनवदासीनम् असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरम्। हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते। अवजानन्ति मां मूढाः मानुषीं तनुमाश्रितं परं भावमजानन्तः मम भूतमहेश्वरम्। मोघाशा मोघकर्माणः मोघज्ञानाविचेतसः राक्षसीमासुरीं चैव प्रकृतिं मोहिनीं श्रुताः। महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसः ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययं। सततं कीर्तयन्तो मां यतन्तश्च दृढव्रताः नमस्यन्तश्च मां भक्त्या नित्ययुक्ता उपासते। ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते। एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम् अहं क्रतुरहं यज्ञः सदाहमहमौषधं मन्त्रोऽहमहमेवाज्यम् अहमग्निरहं हुतं पिताहमस्य महतः अपिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कार रक्षामयजुरेव च प्रभिर्प्रद्भुर्गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निदानं बीजमव्यहं तपाम्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णाम्युत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुन. So, Bhagavan started the 9th chapter very clearly to give that Guhyatamam, Jnanam and Vijnanam to Arjuna. Jnana Vijnana Yogaha. So, Idantute Guhyatamam. After knowing that, one would get moksha. And hence it is called Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Because that one, even though easily known, but many do not understand it properly. And hence it is one of the most Gopaniya, one of the most precious one, which is called an open secret, and many would still not understand. Especially who do not have Shraddha in it. Ashraddhadana Purushaha Aprapyamam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vatmani. They will never attain me and they will be in this Samsara Chakra always. Okay. Understand that Maya Tatamidam Sarvam Jagada Vyaktamurtina Matstani Sarvabhutani. I am that Srishtisthiti Layakarta of the whole universe. And then he says, I am Avyaktamurtina Mastani Sarvabhutani Nachahante Shravastita. Mastani Sarvabhutani. So everyone are completely established in me. Okay, but I am not dependent on anyone. And immediately he says, Nachamatstani Bhutani Pashyame Yogamaishwaram. Says, no one is established in me. So first one is in Vyavaharika Drishtya, second one is in Paramarthika Drishtya. Nachamatstani Bhutani. Bhuta Bhrinnacha Bhutastaha Mamatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. Bhuta Bhrit, the one who is in this world, Bhutastaha, they are all Mamatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. How? Yatha Akashasthito Nityam Vayus Sarvatra Go Mahan. As that space is established and this wind moves from place to place in this space, Tatha Sarvani Bhutani Matstani Tyupadaraya. I am like that Akasha Prakashavati Atma, and all the people are like the air, which are Jiva Jantu, everyone together is that air which is moving all around, because without space the air cannot exist. Same way, without Ishvara, none of us can even exist. Why none of us? Even the Asat, we are at least the Sat part in that, the Asat also cannot exist. The completely the inanimate also cannot exist, because all the Pancha Mahabhutas are coming from Bhagavan as the Sakshi. Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Vamikam Kalpakshaye Punastani Kalpado Visrajamyam. So he starts that this is that cycle Kala Chakra. It comes from me, it goes back. So manifestation and unmanifestation is that cyclic phenomenon which is always happening across Janmas after Janma, years after years, centuries after centuries, time immemorial. It will just happen because time and space also is a manifestation coming out, and it again involutes inside back to me. He says, Prakritim Swamavashtabhya Visrijami Punah Punaha Bhutagrama Mimam Krishnam Prakriter Vashat Avasham Krishnam Bhutagrama Mimam. Okay, so Swam Avashtabhya Prakritim Visrijami. This Prakriti who is blessed by me keeps into manifestation and unmanifestation in that cycle again and again. And that's where Bhutagrama Mimam Krishnam, because of people to exhaust their karma phala, this evolution will happen. Okay, it's the karma phala which is deciding how this evolution is going to happen and how it will get back. Nachamantani karmani nibadhanti dhananjaya. I do that activity, but I am not bound by it. Why? And hence, as I am not the doer, you should also do the things udasina, avadasina, asaktam teshu karmasu. Detachedly, you do your job as I am doing it. Because I am neither expecting what is the outcome of it. I am not bothered what the outcome is. This is the job, we just keep doing, and that will have its own effect, and that chakra, Kala chakra will continue. He says, Mayadhyakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam hetuna anena kaunteya jagadviparivartate. All this charam, acharam, that is what I said, that all this, it starts, even the Upanishad says, asadva idamagra asid tato vai satajayata. Asadvai idam agre asid. The asad was first coming, and then only the sat came. Okay, so maya adhyakshena prakritihi suyate sa charam cha acharam cha suyate. Anena hetuna. What is the other reason why is this whole world revolving around? So as everything is in a cyclic fashion, this Bhuloka is also continuously rotating and revolving. If you ask what is the reason, it is just its dharma. Bhishas madvatah pavate bhishodeti suryaha bhishas madagnischendrascha mrityurdhavati panchama iti. The way Upanishad shows is, fearing to me, everything is working. It is not fearing to me, it is following the cyclic law which it has to follow. The sun is continuously coming and going. Ishasmad vatah pavate. Because of that law, the wind is blowing. The wind has an ability to dry the water. Otherwise, your clothes will never get dried. Okay. Ishasmad agnischendrascha. Everything is just following the law the way it has to. So if you see that cyclic law, Anna dhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajnat bhavati parjanyaha yajnah karma samudbhavaha karmabham brahmodbhavam viddihi. Chapter 3, Karma Yoga, when you go, you will see that how that law of karma and that law of nature is just on. It is on. Hetuna anena. There is no other reason, but it is doing its job of just doing it without any expectation. Okay. So the tree will give you shelter, the tree will give you fruits. The tree doesn't have any specific agenda that I will give shelter and fruits only to so and so person and not so and so person. No. So whoever comes below the tree, fruit will be available, flower will be available, shelter will be available, oxygen will be available. Like that, they are just doing their work, and hence, Arjuna, you have to also just do your work. It says the problem is who do not understand me properly, they box me into a person, they personify me. Avajananti mam moodhaha manushim tanumashritam parambhavam ajanantaha mamabhuta maheshwaram. Okay, parambhavam, my superior nature, anantaha, which is without any boundary. It is boundaryless. It is there everywhere. This people, avajananti, without knowing this true nature of man, manushin tanumashritam. They box me and personify me, and then they start getting so attached to it that the whole problem starts from there. How? Moghasha mogha karmanaha mogha jnana vichetasaha rakshasi masurim chaiva prakritim mohinim shrutaha. So if you look at it from the 4th shloka up to the 10th shloka, completely what is that Jnana Vijnana Swarupam of Ishvara has been given. Okay. Then from the 11th up to the 15th, it will be more of different type of people and their way of life, by which either they reach me or they are completely engrossed in Arthakama and they forget me. So these are the type of people he is now referring to, because these are the only two types of people available. One who understands me and one who does not understand me. So who does not understand me is only one shloka. Moghasha mogha karmana mogha jnana vichetasaha rakshasim asurim jaiva prakritim mohinim shritaha. And 13, 14, 15 are all the people who understand me and they are at different levels. They are at different levels. So the first one is Mahatmanastu Mam Partha, is the one who is in Karma Yoga. 14th is the one who is in Upasana Yoga. And the 15th one is who is in Jnana Yoga. So he has now given who is the first one, which is, so if you consider 13, 14, 15 is one yoga, the 12th is Ayogya. Ayogya is who doesn't have a yoga. Okay. And that person is classified as Moghasha, Mogha Karmanaha, Mogha Jnana Vichetasaha. So, as we know, Mogha or Moha means sitting in, completely a person who is sitting in delusion. What is delusion? Whatever is not real, considering that to be real and being flattered by that and going behind it again and again and again without thinking is the person who is deluded. Okay. So what this deluded person does? Moghasha. First is Mogha Jnana. So he said Janati, Ichchati, Kriyate. Okay. Or Yate. So first is Janati. First to know. Then to have a desire on what you know. Then the third is to act on the desire. Okay. So first is Mogha Jnana. The person has got deluded knowledge, wrong knowledge, aviveki. Okay. Doesn't have that viveka buddhi. So that what happens now is Asha is also Mogha. Because whatever is there, input, only from there output can come. If the input is Mogha Jnana, the output cannot be a pure Asha. It will be Moghasha only. If Asha is Mogha, Karmana cannot be Amogha Karmana, it will be Mogha Karmana only. Okay. So, by this, what happens is, they end up being Rakshasim Asurim Cha Eva. So, Rakshasi is one who has got Rakshasa character. That means there is no Sakshara, illiterate. Don't go by the word meaning of how we see illiterate. There are many people who are not literate of the knowledge which we are referring to, which is the particular knowledge in when you normally talk of illiterate or illiteracy in Vyavahara is the knowledge which is related to all the objective knowledge. But there are many such so-called illiterates who are very high in subjective knowledge. Okay, so when you say this word illiterate, the reference here is Atmajnana illiterate. Okay, not Vyavaharika Jnana illiterate. So they become Rakshasi Asuri. So Rakshasi is Atmajnana illiterate. They left this portion out of syllabus. They never knew it, nor they had an opportunity to know it. nor someone taught them that. They do not know something is available like this. Okay, what happened? Prakritim mohinim shritaha. They are so deluded that they are continuously enjoying and being in their own nature. Okay, and that is called Prakritim Mohinim Shritaha, deluded and completely engrossed into that. What they do? Rakshasim, Asurim. Their karmas are Rakshasim and Asurim. So Rakshasi is, which is called Raga Pradhana, and Asurim is, which is called Dvesha Pradhana. Okay, Rakshasi is a Rajoguna. Okay, and Asurim is Tamoguna. So Tamoguna Pradhana Manushyaha Asurim. Rajoguna Pradhana, that too, Rajoguna how? Not Karma Yoga, Karmi, the person who is just doing karma. Now, what type of karma they do? What type of karma will these people do? They will, the Asurim will be doing 100% Nishiddha karmas. Okay, the one which is prohibited, that is where you have Vidhi Nishedha, the Nishedha or that which is not to be done, they enjoy doing that the most. They are Asuri. Rakshasi will do Nishiddha karma and also Kamya karma. But both of them will not even think of Prayaschitta karma, because that is out of their syllabus. It will never even, because they don't have the jnanam also, then there is a question of asha or guilt or something coming for doing Prayaschitta. So they will in fact justify why their karmas are correct. Okay, most of the time when we hear, we only listen to why people justify Rakshasim and Asurim to be correct. If not anything, they will say, you have to live in this world now. Otherwise, how will you live in this world? That's a basic question they will ask. So when like for example, if you say, why are you greasing the palms of any of the officials why are you doing that? But ये तो प्रथा है. Otherwise, how can you live in this world? Without that, it doesn't happen. Okay, which means they are so convinced that it will not happen that they will not even think. So which means this becomes a very easy route and that becomes a habit. And then they justify that this is the only way. Are you able to get that? So we have to have this own knowledge to understand the person is talking from a Rakshasi, Asuri or the Sattvika. Don't go by what they are saying, whether it is easy for me or tough for me. Go by how much fruitful it is. And that's where this question comes, because otherwise our Viveka will go. If our Viveka goes, what will happen? Mogha sha mogha karmanaha mogha jnana vichetasaha. So if you go to maybe an RTO or some government place where the moment you go there, you start inquiring, where is the window for this particular job? The moment you start searching, there are 1,000 eyes in front of who are seeing you, like eagle sitting, aa gaya, bakra andar aa gaya. Right? They know for sure where you should go and they can help. Not by doing something, but at least directing us to the right place. And you will search and normally the indicators there or whatever are the signboards are so confusing. Many a times we even don't know what it means. We'll say, chodo sab kuch, and there is the beauty in our system here is we have no place where there is an inquiry. Even if there is a place for inquiry, there is no one sitting there. So you struggle, and finally, because one day you have taken a leave and somehow you want to finish this, and you genuinely want to go and try, complete the procedure and finish it and come. That's all. That is a simple thing which I have in the mind. But after half an hour, you are so stuck there, and that's the time someone will slowly come and ask, I can help you. What are you searching? Everything will happen. Don't worry. You don't have to go anywhere. You just give all the papers to me, I will do it. You go home, it will come to you by post. Such a great friend of mine. Immediately that has turned to Moghasha. Moghajnana will turn to Moghasha, then it will go. If you ask that person, no, all that is okay. Thank you very much, you are a great well-wisher. I really am so happy that I met you. Can you tell me what is the procedure and where is the window? Sir, don't try that. No, it doesn't work. The person is not there. I'm telling you, 4 days he is gone, Ganpati Chutti. That person must be sitting there. No? So, if we have to go to any of these offices by mistake, thanks to online, of course, there also you can get stuck after a point of time, you lose your hope. But if you wish to go to any of these offices and try to get your some basic things done, it's a very basic thing, it will be very fast, it will happen. You need 1 day just to go and scope and see what is it. That day don't take any papers, nothing. Because you know that day nothing is going to happen. Only if you take the paper, you will think of giving it to someone. Don't take even your Aadhaar card. Go only for an inquiry. Ata vichara kartavya. Like Atma Vidya, you have to go 1 day for doing vichara. What is the procedure? Where to go? Is that person available? Then you finally meet by the evening, finish all that. Then you, once you know exactly what it is, then plan another day holiday and go and come. But it will take 2 days. Otherwise, Moghasha Mogha Karmanaha Moghajnana Vichetasaha. They are sitting there. Rakshasi Masurim Chaiva. Not only they themselves are that way. The beauty is, if you go to Mundaka Upanishad, waiting when Upanishad is going to start, because it has got very nice quotations like this. Panditaha Jaghanyamanaha Yatha Andhe Niyamana Yathamdha. That is how they do. Panditaha, very well learned. Jaghanyamanaha. They are so knowledgeable. They are lions, lion in that field. Yet, Yatha Andhe Niyamana Yathamdha. Like a blind person showing a way to another blind person, we are pushed into doing things which we should not do. And that much is the attraction of this Moghajnana, which will take me to Moghasha. So anything in the name of convenience, please be sure it is Moghajnana, which will very strongly lead you to Moghasha. Anything related to conviction is Amoghajnana. Convenience, the moment you think 110% somewhere you are going to do adharma, be sure on it. Because that word convenience itself involves that. Otherwise it is not convenient, right? How can dharma be convenient? It is tapas. Tapas cannot be convenient. It requires a strong will. It requires a determination. That means it already has embedded odds will be there. Correct? If it was so easy and if it was so natural, why should this Dharma Shastra itself be there? That's why we say, Janmana Jayate Shudraha Karmana Dvija Uchyate Veda Pathena Viprasyat Brahmano Brahma Vedana. This is one of the first shlokas whenever the Vedanta class starts. Janmana Jayate Shudraha. And with time everyone has forgotten that. Janmana Jayate Shudraha. Shudraha itself, the meaning is who is in that natural state. Uncultured, uncouth, natural state. In Tamil it is called Tando Nivasa. जो मन में आया वो करने का. Like a small child till the age of 4 or 5, they can do anything and everything, and whatever they do, everyone just enjoys it. Correct? Because there are no rules, regulation, nothing. It's only after a particular age that culturing and regulation starts. Otherwise, it gets embedded by looking at the elders or the other people in and around where that culturing happens without the child making to know. It's just by the environment it gets created. Okay. Otherwise, left up to the child will do whatever the child wants, wherever. Okay. सुसु करेगा, पॉटी करेगा, किधर भी करेगा, कुछ भी खाएगा, लेफ्ट हैंड से खाएगा, वो हाथ से इधर फेंकेगा, सब टैंट्रम्स करेगा, and will enjoy it. Okay. That is Prakriti Mohini Shrita. And because it's convenience, huh? There's no conviction, nothing, no jnana, nothing, convenience. Okay. And this part of convenience, unfortunately, the people who have learned Shastras have drooped down to that level to say yes to convenience and justify that is the Shastra. We are sitting in a very unfortunate time. I am ignorant. I agree. I am blind. I don't know anything. I go to a person and the person will ask, what do you wish? Why did I go to the person? To know what is right, to do what I am supposed to do. I am referring to all the Dharma Gurus, all the Pandits, the Purohits, supposed to be learned on the Dharma Shastras, supposed to be telling what is right for you. Right? Because the word Acharya itself says Achinoti, Acharyate, Acharati. Will pull out those what is right for you, present it in the right way by which you will understand, guide you and make you do it. And that person himself will also do it. So you go with an expectation that I will be taught the right knowledge because I agree I am ignorant. Ignorance is not a sin. And very justified, you go to a person to come out of that ignorance. And that person so happily has become a person who will trade your emotions. They will ask you, they will not tell you this is what it is. Period. This is what it is. Over. No. They'll ask you, what do you want? And the moment you say, what do you want? They will already understand your position of convenience. Conviction has already gone out in the process. Then they will tell you and justify to you that your convenience is the right thing. And they will give some quotations also. Okay. And by that what will you happen? You will get full Shraddha. No Ashraddha Gana. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. You will get full jnanam. Why? Shraddha. Why? This person knows exactly what I want and has done exactly what I need. I am so happy. जो 3 घंटे में करने का वो 30 मिनट में कर दिया and I am very happy. For that I give double. And not only that, I propagate how nice this person is. So, here it is not Mogha Jnana, it is Moghasha with him. That person has got moghasha, and thereby we are pulled. So if there is some genuinity and grey matter, when you do not know and you go to a person, just imagine you go to a doctor. Just imagine the same thing. Huh? I have a problem, I go to the doctor. And the doctor says, oh, you have this pain. Okay. What do you like to have? What type of food you like to have? Do you like kadwa medicines or sweet medicines? Do you prefer liquids or you prefer capsules? And then when you give all that, you'll say, oh, yes, you take all these things. Will you go to that doctor again? Because you are very clear that your problem is not solved. That doctor is being very sweet in his talk, right? But your problem is not solved. The unfortunate problem is in dharma, I do not know my problem. Neither the person makes me knowledgeable about the problem and what could be the solution, and tells me a solution which superficially tries to solve the problem, and I am happy doing it without even knowing whether my problem has got solved. So he will ensure that you are groping in the dark. Problem है ना ये? Now you are in a situation, गए तो मरे, नहीं गए तो भी मरे. What is the solution in this? Because if you want a solution, you have to put effort and find out whom to go to. That itself is a bigger challenge. You have so many quacks as doctors today. You have so many people who are, anyone is a dharma guru. Anyone. चार कुछ Sanskrit शब्द आ गया तो you will become a guru. There is nothing below that. Guru is the only ultimate word there. With all salutations to all the gurus. So the point is, we have to be very clear. I need this answer for this question of mine because I do not know. Evaluate the person whether they are able to give you a clear answer of what you need, rather than they pull out what is your ajnana and play around back on you. They are playing back because you are the ajnana, right? That doesn't mean that you keep going to all four people and asking the same question. No doctor will match. Somewhere we have to use our own intelligence. We have to do some homework for finding out things. We need to know how to clean it up and take what we need. Then go to the right person and ask. It takes time, but it is not impossible. It takes time. If you say, I want to do something tomorrow, and one night before you think what to do, there are many people who will call me at night 10 o'clock and say, गुरुजी आप पूजा करते हैं ना, कल सुबह हमारे घर पे सत्यनारायण पूजा करेगी. My answer is मुझे पूजा ही आता है. Matter ends ना. So we need to be very clear. Whenever convenience comes, please understand that it is mogha jnana. I am not referring to whether you like it or don't like it. The moment it is convenient. For example, I like cooking. It is laborious, it takes time. I like cooking, but still it is an inconvenient thing. And hence, that has a value in it. Wherever there is shrama, parishrama, value will be there. And we need to know how to come out of this moha jnana. Otherwise, we will continue, and this becomes one of the very, we propagate that after that. That's the worst. That is the worst. Because once done, you feel it is successful, you start propagating the same thing to everyone. And there will be many people who will fall into it. So now the whole cult is that way. So you will have only one person who is telling what is the right, and 99% of the people talking the wrong, saying that that is the only right. Now, it becomes, over a period of time, what is the problem? how do you preserve what is right now? The right will just vanish off. Okay, and these are bigger issues rather than just, and hence, unless we put this effort, unless we know thoda chan ke dekhna hai, just don't take everything at the face value. Ask, apply your logic. Basic intellect is more than enough. You don't need to be well read. Basic intellect is more than enough. I will give you few examples. Because these are something which are practically useful to us rather than going into lot of theoretical part. And I will give you from the Dharma Shastra only the examples. This, you would have heard Laghu Rudra, Maharudra. Okay, great stuff. बहुत बड़ा चीज है. When I start telling you, start applying your brain. When you start applying the brain, you yourself will get this question. So far as you are not applying the brain, this question will not come. Which means you don't need a new knowledge. You have the knowledge to check. The Viveka is already there. It's only application of it. Does anyone know this Laghu Rudra or Rudra Ekadashini and Maharudra is what type of karma? Let us ask someone who knows something. Karthik is sitting there today. What type of karma it is? Is it Nishiddha karma? Is it Prayashchitta karma? Is it Kamya karma? Is it Naimittika karma or Nitya karma?
It is Prayashchitta karma, but I was thinking it was Kamya karma.
No, it is Prayashchitta karma. Now, how many people felt it was Kamya karma? Here, this is at a place you have to accept yourself first, because this is where the whole thing starts going wrong. Okay. The moment you say, okay, whenever you go to some place where such a thing is happening, it is a lot of hu, are many people sitting and chanting, ye kar raha hai, utna fool hai, ye hai, kya ho, itna हवन हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, बढ़िया है, बहुत बढ़िया हो गया. Fantastic. Okay, I included in it. I am also included in it. I am not separately sitting out. Like that Bhagavad who is a part of everything, I am also included in it. Because I also do it. If this is a Prayashchitta karma, whose Prayashchitta? A Maharudra being conducted in a particular society by few people who have organized collection of money, and then the higher donors have been made the Yajamanas who will conduct and sit for performing the puja. My question is, it is that society's Prayashchitta karma? Is it the person Yajamana's Prayashchitta karma? Or is it the committee members' Prayashchitta karma? Whose Prayashchitta karma? Are you understanding? Have you any time asked this? If I come to you and say there is a Maharudra going to happen, you can sponsor one Kalasha. Immediately I know 1 lakh of rupees will come from this few people only here. Well, sir has told sponsor a Kalasha. Why did you pay that money? Because you sponsored it, is it your Prayashchitta karma? Next. Think. Only when we think, we'll start, my God, ये क्या चालू है यार? मतलब दिन दहाड़े चोरी है ये. दिन दहाड़े fooling everyone. Are you able to understand this? In that I am included. I am not of the society. I am very much included in it. But we need to be aware. What is the logic? Why? if it is, so can a prayaschitta karma, first question is, can a prayaschitta karma be for more than a person? Yes, it can be there. For husband and wife, it can be there. No one else. Only certain karmas are available together. But apart from that, there is nothing called prayaschitta karma where more than one person can, it cannot be for more than one person, it is individual. Then are we actually doing prayaschitta for all the individual sponsors which is who are doing? Is that happening? That person is not even coming there. पैसा दे दिया गया, आया ही नहीं उसके बाद. क्यों? Someone told me you pay, I also paid. इसको मानो ठीक है यार, कुछ अच्छा काम करता रहेगा सब लोग, ठीक है, it's a good thing ना. समझ में आ रहा है? Collective fooling. I will also justify the other side. Huh? As much as I am telling this side, I will justify the other side. Okay. So only for a person who understands it is prayaschitta karma. And what is a prayaschitta karma? Prayaha chittam iti prayaschitta karma. Only when there is a guilt that it has to be undone, then you do a prayaschitta. Okay. That means the prerequisite of a prayaschitta karma is someone needs to say that I am guilty of so things, and hence I am doing this prayaschitta karma so that I will not do it again. Then there is a meaning to doing everything. Huh? This is one part of all the sponsors. Now comes the other part of jokers like us. Sorry, I am being a little thoda. See how dharmika karma itself has now got changed. Huh? Please understand. Baki ka to not a part of our dharma shastras is something which you will use your common sense and you know. वो तो जो चल रहा है चल रहा है. This is दिन दहाड़े आंखों में पट्टी बांध के उल्लू बनाना है. Okay. All the people, 150 people who are sitting around, and there are about 13, 14 people who are sitting in front of that fire, उनका प्रायश्चित्त है क्या? क्यों कर रहे हैं ना उन लोग? उनका प्रायश्चित्त है. Are you able to even think these aspects of it now? Can someone say it is their prayaschitta because they have come and they are doing it? तो उनका प्रायश्चित्त हो गया ना? How many people agree to that? I go and sit and chant for 6 hours and it is my prayaschitta karma. So 150 people का प्रायश्चित्त होने के लिए there are 1000 people who have sponsored it. क्या हुआ? No answers here. तो फिर किसका प्रायश्चित्त है भाई? संकल्प क्या है? महारुद्राख्य महाप्रायश्चित्त कर्मणि शिवाराधना. माइक में बोलेगा जोर से. महारुद्राख्य महाप्रायश्चित्त कर्मणि. प्रायश्चित्त फॉर व्हाट? गोवध टाटा टाटा बड़ा एक लिस्ट बोल देगा, ये सब किया है तो उसका सब प्रायश्चित्त. अरे भैया है किसका है ना? तुम कहना क्या चाहते हो भाई? What do you actually want to say? किसका प्रायश्चित्त है? वो बंदे को मालूम भी नहीं कि उसने क्या किया है जिसके लिए वो प्रायश्चित्त कर रहा है. Any idea what are Mahapatakas? महापातकानां, उपपातकानां, अतिपातकानां, संकरीकरणानां, मलिनीकरणानां, अपात्रीकरणानां, जातिभ्रंशकराणां, प्रकीर्णकानां. All this have got explanations. What is it? What all comes under that? Etc. etc. बोलेगा. ये सब जाएगा. अरे मतलब it is only telling me कि मैंने ये सब किया है. When I know I have not done it. तिलाञ्जुहोमि सरसागं सपिष्ठान् गन्धार मम चित्ते रमन्तु स्वाहा गावो हिरण्यं धनमन्नपानगं सर्वेषागिश्रियै स्वाहा श्रियं च लक्ष्मीं च पुष्टिं च कीर्तिं च नृण्यताम्. There it comes. चोरस्यान्नवश्राद्धं ब्रह्मः गुरुतल्पगः गोस्तेयगं सुरापानं भ्रूणहत्या. All this are part of Mahabhatakas. All this will go. And all this will come in the Sankalpa. Maharudra or Rudrekadashi Sankalpa, all this will be told. Neither the person who is telling it will understand, teaching it will understand, neither the person who is repeating it understand, nor the people who are hearing it also understand, and most of the people will not even hear it because they are busy talking. That is the time ladies will meet. चोरस्यान्नवश्राद्धम, चोरी करना फर्स्ट. ओके. अन्नवश्राद्धम, श्राद्ध without giving food, doing श्राद्ध without giving food, that is अन्नवश्राद्धम. ब्रह्मः, ब्रह्महत्या. Gurutalpagaha. That Gurutalpagaha is not at all prevalent in these days, cannot be there. Gurutalpagaha is possible only when you go to a Gurukula. Gurutalpagaha means having an affair with the Guru's wife. Okay. Gosteyam. कौ चोरी करना, कौ है किधर अभी चोरी करने के लिए. सुरापानम, ड्रिंकिंग ऑफ लिकर. भ्रूण हत्या, killing a fetus. All these things. Now, unless told, you will not even know that these are patakas. And when you say ये पातक है, तो अरे मैंने तो इसमें से कुछ नहीं किया यार, मैं क्यों ये करूं प्रायश्चित. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, which means that it's become so, outdated that there is no reality with today's situation. And the people who are continuing just propagate it that way. The people, because yatha ande niyamana tatandha. This is exactly what Upanishad says. एक अंधा दूसरा अंधे को रास्ता दिखा रहा है और दोनों अंधा जाके खड्डे में गिर रहा है. Are you able to get this? Now, if none of these are applicable, lakhs of rupees are wasted and no beneficial. But the associations have to do something na, for their existence. कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. सामूहिक गणपति, गोकुलाष्टमी, दही हंडी साथ में करो, कुछ ना खर्चा करो, कलेक्शन करो. समथिंग हैज टू बी देयर. थोड़ा खाओ, थोड़ा खिलाओ, थोड़ा पियो, सब कुछ करो उसमें. समझ में आ रहा है? That is where मोघाशा मोघ कर्माणः is entered in. And we all with mogha jnana participate in that as though we have done. And after that we will say, we felt so nice, that Maharudra was so nice. What benefit? कुछ मालूम नहीं. Sorry about it, but that's the reality. फिर ये नहीं करनी चाहिए. Next question comes, shouldn't we do it? बंद करो ना ये ढकोसला बंद करो. बोलो, नहीं करना है, बंद करना है. Is that the answer? फिर करना है. That means what? जो चल रहा है उसको चलने दो. Don't rock the boat. है कि नहीं? Don't rock the boat. चल रहा है भाई, चलने दो. So what elders think is, if not knowing the right way, at least many people are participating in that as kamya karma with ajnana. If that is also not there, you will end up spending that money and spending that time going and doing something else which has got no connection to the dharma. Kuch to karo, at least that mind will be calm and focused for that period of time. उतना तो बस उसके लिए करो. But it doesn't at all achieve the main purpose why it is done. And hence, if you want it to be a prayashchitta karma for you, then go there and actually, if you don't know anything, sit there and just do japa, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, something, do japa, focus there. Take that quality time for yourself. Some prayashchitta will happen. You don't know what it is. Some cleanup will happen. बोलते हैं ना, कुछ मालूम नहीं तो झाड़ू लेके इधर से उधर करो, उधर से इधर करो, कुछ तो कचरा हिलेगा. पहला हिलना तो पड़ेगा, then you बटोर सकते हैं. Start something. But blindly don't get into this glamour and the things which are shown there. कि हाँ, that is all correct. Because the base में ही सीधा मार रहा है. Okay. And that is why these were told as prayashchitta karma before you attain a particular state, like I have reached my 60 years. Okay, within the 60 years I would have done a lot of this which I do not. And hence it's a prayashchitta for me. And hence you do a prayashchitta karma of Rudra Ekadashi. And after purifying yourself, you go to the next one. Okay, the next chapter opens. Now it has a meaning. But yes, samuhik business mein prayashchitta karma has no place at all. No place at all. Jagah hi nahi hai. It is done as though it's like a big achievement. And above that, during that Vasor Gara, that very learned Pandit will talk for 10 minutes. Normally it will be in Tamil or something that people will understand, the local people will understand that language. ऐसा सब चीज बता देगा. वो सुन के ऐसा लगेगा कि oh my God, how much of power and potential these people have. We will say that from morning 6 o'clock, ये हुआ, फिर ऐसा किया, फिर वो किया, फिर ऐसा किया. And then with so many people together, with एक श्रद्धा के साथ, उस पे देखिएगा तो आधा तो बुक देख रहा है, 4 लोग तो फोन देख रहा है. बहुत श्रद्धा के साथ किया, सब इतना बड़ा चढ़ा के he will market it. And then he will say, the God Shiva, he is very happy with all this what has happened. He is an Ashutoshi. Ashutoshi means what? Kshipra Prasadi. You can instantaneously make him happy. And when he is happy, he will give you whatever you want. So he is an Ashutoshi. Now we are going to do the Vasordhara. Continuously the ghee will be falling with Chamaka mantras of 374 things. Because if asked, you do not know. If Bhagavan comes and asks, what do you want? You do not know what to ask. And hence the Veda itself has given. You ask, I want this, I want this, I want this, which is called Chamaka mantras. Vachascha me, prasavascha me, prayatischa me, like that it goes 10, 11 prashnas with 375, 380 items what are needed for existence is asked. So pray for all that and whatever is there in your mind. Aha. Kya? Prayashchitta karma mein pray for whatever is there in your mind and you will get it. इससे ज्यादा सामूहिक उल्लू बनाना किसको बोलेंगे? कुछ गलत बोल रहा हूँ क्या? People who have seen this will know it. Am I saying anything wrong? Who have at least attended will know it. Okay. I am just taking one example of Maharudra. Satyanarayan Puja is no different. All the pujas where the Bhajji comes is no different. Ask a basic question, udhar se shuru ho jayega. Problem will start. Problem not only with the Bhajji, with Garwa le लो. चुपचाप बैठो ना. अच्छा काम हो रहा है उधर क्या जाके ये क्या है वो क्या है क्यों पूछ रहे? वहां से शुरू होएगा. You will be asked to shut your mouth. गलत है क्या? This is called Mogha Jnana, leading to Moghasha, leading to Mogha Karmana in the form of Dharmika Karma. Adharmika we all understand. Dharmika Karma mein. How much of Moghasha, Mogha Jnana? Okay. नहीं करना है क्या? करना है. समझ के करना है. So don't go with the people who are running together. Ask भाई भाग क्यों रहे हो? ये झुंड किधर भाग रहा है? क्यों भाग रहा है? क्या अचीव करना है? Then decide whether you also want that. That doesn't mean you have to be separate. Use this medium to achieve what you want. The same thing, Bhagavan is an Ashitoshi, Kshipra Prasadi. If you tell, the mantras also clarify that. In the Sri Rudra, one of the mantra comes, Sahasrani Sahasrada Bahuvostava Hetayaha Tasabishano Bhagavah Parachi Namukha Kridi. Simple, nice two-line mantras. Sahasrani, thousands. Sahasradha, Bahuvaha, with your two hands, you are able to leave thousands of arrows. That thousands of arrows are going to come towards me and pierce me. Sahasrani Sahasradha Bahuvostava Hetayaha. With your arrows, it is going to come and prick me and pain me. Who is telling this? The devotee is telling Shiva. You are going to use Bahubali, two hands. I saw thousands of arrows going to be left on me, and each of these arrows is going to pierce me and pain me. Tasam Ishanaha. You that Ishanaha Bhagavaha. I am only requesting one small thing. Parachi Namukha Kridi. Just blunt these arrows a little and then leave it. समझ में आ रहा है? Just blunt it little. इतना तो मैं पूछ सकता हूँ. नमस्कार कर रहा हूँ. You can do everything. आप बेशक मेरा ऊपर thousands of arrows छोड़ो, लेकिन उसको थोड़ा blunt करके छोड़ो. जो बहुत दुखेगा ना वो कम दुखेगा मेरे. Do not do it in such a way that I don't exist. Correct? What is Sahasrani Sahasrada Bahuvostava Hetaya? My karma phala is going to come back to me. You are going to give my karma phala back to me as thousands of arrows, and it is going to pain me. I know, because it is I have created it. But I am requesting that thoda tivrata kam karo. I am not asking you to even reduce one arrow, because I have to face it. Or give me that ability to face everything. That also you have to only give. Then you say he is an Ashutoshi, and if he gives, then for Prayaschitta Karma it makes sense. Not ask whatever you want. Cleaning up activity use karo isko. Then it makes sense. It's a Prayaschitta Karma. Same thing, huh? It's how we look at it, and that attitude changes completely. Here it will be a submission attitude. There it will be a demanding attitude. I need this, ये बस नहीं हुआ, तुम दे सकते हैं, तुम दो मेरे को. Here ahankara reduces. There ahankara will increase in Kamya Karma. Think about it. How the same thing can be just turned. So it's not the question of what is done. The question of what it is rightly and then go with it. That gives a clarity. Why am I saying is, we always feel Mogasha, Moga Karmana is only for people whom we know are bad. No. Moga Jnana we have. We have. Going to the astrologer, Moga Jnana. Why it leads some Moghasha. Kuch to ek niklega. Something will come out. And I want to hear only which is good for me. If he says that नहीं तुम्हारा अभी तबीयत खराब होने का बहुत चांसेस है, हो गया, वो सोच के उधर तबीयत खराब हो जाएगी आने का पहले ही. Correct? So Moghasha, Moga is all within us. Don't see it as separate people. Each of this we need to clear it. Okay? Because with this we end up being Rakshasi Masuri. So our tamo gunas and our rajo gunas have to be reduced, and that will reduce only when Mogha Jnana changes to Amogha Jnana and Moghasha will become Amoghasha. Clear knowledge, clear desires, clean desires, pure desires will lead us for pure karmas. Okay, and they will not be based on convenience, they will be very strong conviction as per the Shastras. Only when you are mentally fully accepting it thoroughly, then it starts working. Otherwise, that doubtfulness में करते रहेगा तो janmas will go, but nothing gets achieved. Are we able to get this? I told a little more on this because we need to understand these shlokas very, very clearly, because it's all are referring to us only and not someone else. We cannot partition that this is for these people, this shloka is for these people. No, it is all reflecting at us. We reflect each of this. As much as we reflect this 12th shloka, we also reflect the 13th, 14th and 15th shloka. Because that is also valid only to us. And our direction should be moving from 12th to the 15th shloka. That process of moving ahead is only going to tell us whether we are going in that path and progressing. Does it make sense? Okay. Mahatmanastu mam partha, Mahatmanastu mam partha, Daivim prakritimashritaah, Daivim prakritimashritaah, Bhajantyananya manasaha, Bhajantyananya manasaha, Nyatva bhutadim avyayam, Nyatva bhutadim avyayam. So, as much he mentioned as Rakshasim, Asurim, who are the completely the negative or Rajoguna or Tamoguna Pradhana people. Now he is referring to Sattva-guna Pradhana people or the Sattva-guna in me. Mahatmanaha tu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaah bhajanti ananya manasaha Nyatva bhutadim avyayam. He Partha, Daivim prakritim ashritaha Mahatmanaha tu mam bhutadim avyayam Nyatva ananya manasaha mam bhajanti. Okay. He Partha, O Arjuna, Daivim Prakritim Ashrita. Earlier what did he say? Rakshasim Asurim. Now here it is Daivim. So Rakshasim is Rajoguna Samudbhavaha, Asurim is Tamoguna Samudbhavaha, and Daivim is Sattva Guna Samudbhavaha. Prakritim of the nature. So people of the nature with Sattva Guna, Ashritaha, completely established in this Sattva Guna. Those who have taken to Sattva Guna by nature, and it is not imposed, they have fully accepted it and they are genuinely of that nature of Daivim. Okay, those Mahatmanaha. So the earlier people who were there, what is the opposite of Mahatmanaha? Duratmanaha, Rakshasim, Asurim. Mahatmanaha, who are the other than Rakshasim, Asurim, who are Sattva Guna Pradana Manushyaha. Is it clear? So, this Mahatmanaha, who are Sattva Guna Pradana, because they have Daivim Prakritim, the Sattva Guna, and they are established in that naturally, Prakriti, or they have evolved the Sattva Guna with a lot of sadhanas. Doesn't come, but they have put a lot of effort to be in the Sattva Guna, and predominantly the Sattva Guna is present in them. Okay, what do? Mam Bhutadim Avyayam Nyatva. Bhutadim. What is Bhutadim? Huh? What is Bhutadim? Adim Bhutaha. The cause for all the Bhutaha. What is Bhutaha? Perishable. Bhu. That which comes from Bhu is Bhutaha, which are perishable. So what is that? That imperishable cause from which all the perishable has come. Okay. Knowing my true nature, which is the Brahman, which is the imperishable undercoat cause of the perishable earthly things. Clear? Avyayam. What is Avyayam? Never diminishing. Vyaye krite. Vyaya is to, kharch karna. Vyaya, to reduce, to diminish. Avyaya is never diminishes. Okay, so that Brahman, understanding Brahman to be infinite, never diminishing, and that which is the cause of everything, that is Srishti Sthiti Karanam, Eva Brahma, Tasmadva Etasmad Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha. Okay, so what is the Srishti Sthiti Laya Karta, the Karanam? Knowing that Avyayam, and the person who knows this true nature of mind, which is Nirguna Brahma, okay, Bhutadim Avyayam Nyatva, having known that clearly, Ananya Manasaha Mam Bhajanti. Anya Manasaha is what? Manasaha is mindful. Anya Manasaha means fickle mind, the mind which is always jumping across objects. Ananya Manasaha means steadfast. A steadfast mind, which is a focused mind, always. Okay. Most of the time focusing only on me. Which me? Me, the higher me, which is the Paramarthika me, which is Nirguna Brahman. Nyatva, knowing that very clearly, Ananya Manasaha, Nyatva, Mam Bhajante. What is Bhajante? What is Bhajanam? Your voice is getting touched. Bhaja Sevayam. Bhaja Sevayam. Grammar. Okay. Bhaja, to propitiate, to worship. Okay, bhaja sevayam, bhaja govindam, bhaja. Okay, mam bhajante, completely worships me. So what is that now? Mentioning that, hey Partha, unlike the earlier mentioned Rajasi Masurim people, there are always Mahatmanaha, Mahat, Maha Atmanaha, Mahatam Atmanaha. They are of a very sattvic in nature. They understand very clearly my true Paramarthika nature. Bhutadim Avyayam Jnatva. Knowing me that way, they too indeed Ananya Manasaha steadfastly worship me or commit to me. Is it clear? So now it is exactly opposite of what was told earlier. Okay, so here this particular shloka is now the two shlokas are dividing people into two types predominantly. So when we have the SRT, the three what do you call the scales, Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. I don't know if you remember in the third chapter when we said capital S and capital T. Capital T are Shudras. Shudra by not caste, Shudra by mind. Capital R, small t, small s are Vaishyas by nature. Arthakama Pradhana. Okay. Capital S, capital R, small t are Kshatriyas who are Rajasic in nature but considering the society along with their own desires. That means pure Kamya Karma and Nishkama Karma together. And then you have capital S who are the Brahmana by nature. They are Sattvic Karma. It's only capital S, small r, small t. Okay. So very clearly he has separated Kshatriya Vaishya Shudras together as Rakshasim and Asurim and the Brahmanas as Mahatmanaha. Are you able to get this? Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam. 4th chapter. Okay, so how this breakup, because knowing this Vyashti, now to know the Samashti in the same way is an important thing. So the people who are having from Vyashti the mindset of either Kshatriya Vaishya Shudra, they will be more into relative levels of Mogasha, Moga Karmana, Moga Jnana. But those who are Brahmana in nature, not by the caste, not by your lineage, not by your profession, but by your mental level of thinking. Those who are Brahmana will be Sattva-guna Prayukta, and these people will do Ananya Manasaha Mam Bhajante, knowing the true nature of me, which is Avyayam and Bhutagrama and Bhutadim. Is it clear? Okay. Now he further breaks it up into 3 types of karma. These people who are Brahmana will be ending it up into 3 types of yogas. The first one is Karma Yoga, the second one is Upasana Yoga, and third one is Jnana Yoga. Okay, so which means, see how the partition has happened? First one is Rakshasi Masurim versus So, versus Mahatmanaha. In Mahatmanaha, there will be three levels of people. All the three are Mahatmana, but their level of understanding is different, and hence there are three shlokas in that. Okay. Mahatma, this is over. Okay, the next. So, Satatan kirtayanto mam, Satatan kirtayanto mam, yatantascha dridhavrataah, yatantascha dridhavrataah, namasyantascha mam bhaktya, namasyantascha mam bhaktya, nityayukta upasate, nityayukta upasate. Wait. Bhajanti manasaha. Okay. So, the first one is already that. The 13th one is related to those who are doing karma yoga. Okay. Ananya manasaha bhajante. Okay. How do they do this bhajante? By submission to Ishvara and Prasada Bhavana, which is karma yoga. Okay. Now, once matured in karma yoga, then those people move to the next one, or there will be other set of people who have already completed karma yoga, maybe across janma or in this janma, and would have gone to upasana yoga. And in upasana yoga, what happens? He says, te nityayuktaha. Okay, te nityayuktaha. Satatam, bhaktya mam satatam kirtayantaha. Te nityayuktaha satatam bhaktya mam kirtayantaha yatantaha dridhavrataha namasyantaha chamam upasate. Te, those people, nityayuktaha. What is yukta is? What is yukta? Coming from which word? Yukta is coming from which dhatu? Yuj dhatu. Yuj means to join. Nityayukta means steadfastly committed, focused, steadfast, committed always. Nitya. How? Bhaktya mam satatam kirtayantaha. Mam, me, satatam, at all times. Kirtayantaha. They praise me at all times. That means I can be bodily be doing any activity. I can mentally be doing bhajante. Okay. When I do bhojanam, when I am making the bhojanam, I can do bhajanam. Are you able to understand? When I am eating the bhojanam, I can still do bhajanam. That is Nitya Yukta. Okay. Bhajante. Mam bhaktya. With a lot of shraddha and bhakti. Okay. Yatantaha. What is yatantaha? Put effort. Dridhavrataha. With a firm resolution. With a focused, very firm will. Namasyantaha. They submit to me. Yatantaha dridhavrataha namasyantaha chamam upasate. Okay. And they do upasana, they worship me with dridhavrataha. What is dridhavrataha? What is dridhavrataha? Willpower, okay. Dridhavrata means, how did this Dridhavrata word come? When you break this with a very strong will, if you say willpower, focused with a firm will, committed. How did this word Dridhavrataha come? What is Vrataha? What is Vrataha?
Tapas.
What is Vrataha? What you do in Vrataha is tapas. What is Vrataha?
Sankalpa.
Sankalpa is a part of the Vrata. What is Vrataha? Upvas. What is Vrata is called in English austerities. Okay, so there are many occasions where the Shastras give us a way to do our austerities. Austerities are for what? Self-purification. Correct? So Vrataha are for self-purification. Ekadashi Vrata. Okay, Shivratri Vrata. Shashti Vrata. Chaturthi Vrata. Sankataka Hara Chaturthi Vrata. Vrata. What is a Vrata? A Vrata is when I mentally make up a resolution to come out of my comfort zone and mentally accept physical discomforts and committedly do it for my betterment. In short, सोने को आग में डालना. If I say I'm comfortably having the Ekadashi Vrata with Dupat Khashi, then it is not a Vrata. The other days are better than Ekadashi Vrata. Nirjala Upvas. The other day it will not be possible because after some time I will have acidity bouts, I will have so many things because my mind is not ready for it. But on the day of Vrata, if you have been doing it right from childhood, your mind automatically aligns and nothing happens that day. Okay, so one way to get the mind focused is by doing Vratas. And Vratas, when we say, have got varied level of toughness. Okay, so when you ask people, नहीं हम एकादशी को ये खाते हैं, कोई बोलते हैं ये भी खा सकते हैं, कोई बोलते हैं नहीं ये चीज तो नहीं खाते लेकिन ये खा सकते हैं. अरे भाई व्रत में बोला क्या है? नहीं वो थोड़ी होने वाला है आज. Because the word upavasa is going and sitting near the abode of Bhagavad. Upavasati iti upavasa. Elevating yourself to a higher level, closer to that Almighty is called upavasa, so that you have no troubles from your stomach. Gur, kuch nahi karega wo, bhook lag ke, it will all work because your mind is now fixed. So, any vrata is for focusing the mind, and that is a part of karma yoga. Or the initial part of upasana yoga, because it's a strong resolution from the mind more than actual physically what is happening. Okay. In that you have dridha vrata, very much committed, that whenever, wherever, whichever place, whatever situation, I maintain it. I will find out ways to maintain it, rather than giving reasons to slip away from it. That is Dridha Vrata. that firm resolution that I will find out all the ways for what? Mam bhajante, mam namasyante. Okay. Mam namasyantaha, to worship. Mam upasate, mam yatante, mam kirtayante. You can add all these are one. Okay. Worship, उनका भजन करो, उनको नमस्कार करो, उनका जो भी करना है, mentally, physically you may be doing anything, doesn't matter, mentally. Okay, and hence that is tougher. Physically you may do many things with mind going somewhere else. That comes in karma part. But the moment it comes to upasana, it is mental activity, and Dhrida Prata is a mental resolution that whatever said and done, I will not move my mind from where it needs to be at this particular time for this period of time. So don't take vratas which are really impossible. 10 minutes, let me do it. That itself is a big vrata. 10 minutes. समझ में आ रहा है? So Dhrida Vrata is very clearly related to preparation of, in that upasana, it is all related to bhaktya. Okay. Dhrida Vrata, upasana, namasyante, these are all related to mental activity. Okay. And hence, this is the second part of purification after karma yoga, upasana yoga. So people who have already matured in karma yoga will be doing upasana yoga, which is of a different type of connection. Okay, so one who has completed secondary education will go to college or graduation, and then those people who have graduated only can go to post graduation. So karma yogena chitta shuddhi, upasana yogena chitta karma yogena chitta shuddhi, upasana yogena chitta chitta ekagrata, chitta vishalata. So first is cleaning, then directing it and giving it a clear focus. Isn't that fitting now properly? Now, if that mind is very, very committed and focused, it is ready for Jnana Yoga, which is the next one. Okay. Jnana yajnena chapyanye, Jnana yajnena chapyanye, yajanto mamupasate, yajanto mamupasate, ekattvena prithaktvena, ekattvena prithaktvena, bahudha vishwato mukham, bahudha vishwato mukham, jnana yajnena cha api anye, others. That means who have already completed the first two, that you have to put it in paragraph. It is not some will only do karma yoga, some will only do upasana yoga, some will only do jnana yoga. Whichever you do, whatever you do, you will reach me. No. It has to be understood very clearly. Karma yoga, karma yogam vina, jnana yoga na labhyate. Not possible. Without karma yoga, jnana yoga is impossible. Without jnana yoga, karma yoga is forgotten, incomplete. Okay, so you need to complete, and when you say karma yoga, karma samuchaya upasana yoga, because karma yoga will alone take you where? Where will karma yoga take you to? And where will upasana yoga take you to? Suppose in karma yoga, if you die, where will you go? And suppose in karma samuchaya upasana yoga, if you die, where will you go? 8th chapter is over. That is why the question is. Huh? Pitraloka. In 8th chapter there was anywhere Pitraloka mentioned? Where? Huh? Brahmaloka where? No dangling answer.
Then we go to Sarvaloka and Karma Yoga.
Okay.
Upasana Yoga is Brahmaloka to get further educated.
Correct.
Chance
Okay.
to get further.
Correct. So which is that path called? Going to Swargam and going to Brahmaloka is what path? Huh?
Brahmamukti and Brahmamukti.
Brahmamukti is fine, but going to Swargaloka is called what? Which path? Huh? Krishnagati. Going to Brahmaloka is Shuklagati. हाँ स्वर्ग बोला तो शुक्लगति आ गया मन में. No, it is going so that you will be thrown back here. That is why it is Krishna Gati. And Shukla Gati you will go to Brahmaloka. Okay. And if you don't do any of this, Adho-gati. Come back to the class. That is the one. Okay. So, these people who have already completed karma and jnana, karma and upasana are now eligible for jnana, and there he is referring to those people anye, others. Anye means who are not included in mogasha moga jnana. That is a major gone. In the balance, who are not in karma yoga, who have already completed it and who have completed upasana yoga, now they have come to jnana yoga. Those people anye cha api also jnana yajnena yajantaha. With jnana yajna they worship. With, that means with atma vidya they become one. How? Ekatvena pruthatvena bahuda vishwato mukham Mam upasate. That means those people who have entered Jnana Yoga, who are not Jnani, they worship me, Mam upasate. How? Ekatvena, pruthatvena, bahudha, vishwato mukham. Okay. So, Mam upasate, pruthatvena, bahudha vishwato mukham ekatvena cha. That is the sequence it will go. Pruthatvena is, pruthatvena means Ishtadevata Swarupena. Bahudha Vishwato Mukham is Vishwarupa Darshana Yogena, and Ekatvena is Advitiya Nirguna Brahma. Which we will see in the next class in detail. So, Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita, Advaita, all the three have been told. They will choose either of it, and here also we say that these are again gradation. As we say, after Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, after Upasana Yoga, Jnana Yoga. In Jnana Yoga, first is Dvaita Buddhya, then Vishishta Dvaita Buddhya, then Advaita Buddhya. These are again sequential. Again, there some people will graduate and go up, some people will remain where they are. Okay, that is why these three are different and will be different. But all the three are a part or Vedanta only, not part of Vedanta. All the three are Vedanta only. Okay, there again levels are there of understanding, which we will see in the next class. Ekatvena Prathatvena Bahuda Vishwato Mukham is what we will explain the 15th shloka in detail and then continue. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Okay. In any case, you all continue to contribute and participate in all the pujas. Some chitta shuddhi will come. Okay. Learning part is another. If you have to implement it, you have to go fully there. तो आधा बोला बोल के जो कर रहा है उसको भी बंद मत करो. Okay, न घर का न घाट का रहेगा. So continue that. There is no harm in it. But just for an understanding, we open out and show it to you. Okay. Hari Om. धन्यवाद. धन्यवाद. हरि ओम. हरि ओम.
हरि ओम. धन्यवाद सर.
हरि ओम.